Our next guest was plucked off the streets of Jakarta, mistaken by an Indonesian film producer for Sylvester Stallone. He went on to star in the rip-off of Rambo, which was Rambo, and was catapulted to international stardom and fame and parties and all that sort of stuff that goes with it. Over the next decade, he starred in 8 feature films and became one of the biggest stars in Indonesia. The best part is he's a Kiwi. His name is Peter O'Brien, and he joins me now. Oh, yes, Peter, g'day. Nice to see you. Welcome to the program.
You too.
Yes. Do you know what? I'm embarrassed by this. I hadn't heard of you before. We were researching into this topic, and of course your documentary. It's a documentary you're doing, isn't it?
Yes, they've made a documentary on my life, true.
And how would you, let me take you right back. You say it's 1986?
Yep.
And you're an itinerant teacher, so you're sort of running around doing different teaching jobs. And what happened next?
Well, I was on a world trip, actually, and, Indonesia was the second country that I stopped at, and we were supposed to stay there for 5 days, and I couldn't stand Jakarta. Wanted to get out of there as fast as possible. I'd been there 2 days, and I was walking down to UTA Airlines, and I was spotted by film crew guys, and they followed me, unbeknown to me, back to where I was staying, and I took a shower and a nap. The heat was getting to me. Came out to go and get some food, and the man at reception told me, film people have been looking for you. And I said, oh, yeah, sure, and I'm Santa Claus, right? Get it? But, no, he said, no, really, they're coming back, they want to meet you. Where are you going? I mean, I need to tell them. Oh, come on, bro, really? Seriously? I'm not an actor, why would they want to meet me? I'm nobody. And I said, okay, look, I'm going down to Angie's Cafe down the road there. Okay, bye. And they turned up when I was halfway through my fried rice. And, I don't like being disturbed when I'm eating or sleeping. And I felt disturbed. And I thought to myself, who are these guys? They could, they could be after my kidney or my passport.
Well, Russian KGB, never seen again.
And I said to them, listen, guys, if you want to continue this conversation, you really need to go and buy 2 large bottles of ice-cold beer. Because I don't drink beer with ice. I'm a Kiwi. I don't drink beer with ice. Beer, yeah, 2. So they came back. I was daydreaming, thinking about the next country. I heard the sound. Whoa, check, they were ice cold. Yeah, so it started all there.
And they thought you were Sylvester Stallone, or lookalike.
Well, I think a couple of them really thought I was, and...
You had the big guns, and because you had that, you had the hair. In fact, it's quite a remarkable resemblance back in the day, isn't it?
Yeah, true. And I was 3% body fat at that time, which I was a vegetarian and I was training hard. So.
But there was a small problem here, Peter, because while you did look at like him, you couldn't and hadn't ever acted. Is that my understanding?
So correct. I was straight from the street into the movie, as a leading man, which was like, yeah.
So what was the role they wanted you for? What did they want? Was it not Rambo, but Rambo?
Rambo, yeah. He was like a local Robin Hood, who helped Bobby Battler or rescued poor people who were getting a hard time, And
how hard was it to go from, you see, the reluctant actor, how hard is it to go from the fried rice and the confusion around who these jokers were to being an actor? What did you have to learn? I mean, how did you do it?
Well, for me, it was just like another adventure. I looked at it like, well, this is it. Just enjoy it. I didn't think it would last. I thought this is a one-time film. I'll just enjoy it as much as I can and, yeah, see what happens.
I understand you did all your own stunts and it got a little bit ugly at times and you may have ended up in hospital.
Yes. I did end up in hospital twice. I did one stunt. I had to jump from a table through a real glass window, and I got cut. And then another one, trail bike stunt. These guys had been mucking around on the bike earlier, and it stalled on me when I got to the top of the ramp. I'm supposed to jump over a Jeep underneath in a rock quarry where they explode rocks to make cement. I stayed with the bike until I hit the rocks, and then I rolled off, but one rock got my back, and yeah, it took me out of action for a while.
I think your most successful stunt, though, is your ability to drink ice-cold beers and eat fried rocks and maintain a body percentage of fat 3%.
Yeah, I've always been blessed with low body fat, and yeah, I think it's a high metabolism thing.
So it's your physique that gave you this opportunity. But did your acting develop? By the end of it, did you think, you know what, I'm not a bad actor here?
I've always thought that I was an average actor, and I enjoyed acting. I still do, but yeah, I thought I had improved a lot.
Have you got? Hey, do you think you've got better as an actor, or
I think so.
Right. And
Definitely.
What is it you learned? What is it that people tell you about your acting?
Well, I've heard a lot of things about my acting, but good and bad.
Yeah.
But were you a big rock star over there, a big movie actor, where you had loads of fans and lived that sort of rock star lifestyle?
It was like that. If you went somewhere, people would, flock to you and ask for autographs, and I felt really embarrassed. I didn't feel worthy.
So why
I
did you
just
walk
thought,
away
wow.
from it? What made you, after 8 films, big movie star, earning loads of money, rock and roll lifestyle, why did you walk away?
I came to God. Yeah, and I knew that I couldn't live a double life.
Oh, did you?
I had to choose. It's 100% for God, or it's this life.
When you say you couldn't live a double life, did you feel like you were kidding yourself as an actor?
Well, at that time, I was offered a role to be a really evil guy,
Yes.
And I read the script, and I thought about it, and I prayed about it. And I said to myself, Pete, you're going to have a lot of impact upon viewers, young people even. And you're portraying a very evil role which could influence people. So, in a bad way, no.
So you chose God.
I chose God, and I'm happy with that choice.
When you tell people, though, that you were, back in the 80s, early 90s, this huge star in Jakarta, arguably our biggest acting export, really, what do they say?
Actually, I don't tell people.
Really?
Yeah. No, yeah.
You're still a good Nick, aren't you? You hit the gym, do you? You
I love the gym. I'm addicted. Like Mark, he's addicted.
not to
You're talking up his body here.
Yeah. Buff. Buff people have a certain understanding.
That's it.
Yeah.
So what do you do with yourself now? So you're 64.
Well, I'm actually working as a maintenance man. Shout out to Dave from Trinity Hotel, the best
Dave.
boss ever.
Yep, Trinity.
Dave, you're the best, brother. Thank you for the job.
So you're a gardener.
I'm a painter, I'm a gardener, I'm a repairman, a handyman.
Yeah, jack of all trades. You do it all.
I love it.
Do you miss it, though, at all? Do you miss that time and what
I
you
miss
got up to?
acting, yeah. I'll come back if the right role's there. I'll come back.
Oh, let's pimp you out.
God willing.
Let's pimp you out. So you would be up for it. You'd be up for
be up
some
for it.
fresh offers after all these years.
Certainly. Meaner than ever.
Hey, were the films any good, or were they B grade, C grade, D grade? Well, how did you rate the films?
I thought they did the best they could with what they had.
But I read a thing and they were described as trash cinema and so bad it's good. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, amen.
And what about Sylvester Stallone? Is it a goal to meet him one day? Is he aware of your films?
I'd love to meet him. I'd love to be in a movie with him. Like two brothers. We're brothers, yeah.
I asked you, do you
That'd
come
be
back
cool.
for Sylvester? So you haven't set your aim too high, then, have you? So you'd like to come back with with Sylvester Stallone rather than as Sylvester Stallone. Did you make a lot of coin? Did you become rich as a result? That's what people want me to ask.
I'm a grateful man. I made enough money, yeah. But for me, money's not everything, I
Sure.
just enjoy doing it.
Do you remember what the most money you made from a particular film was?
Yeah, I don't really like to talk about those things, though.
Oh, go on, you can do it with us, can you?
No.
Okay. I thought I'd try. God willing, I thought I'd try.
But, God's blessed me. I've got the most wonderful wife, Ning, from the Philippines.
Yes.
And I'm today wearing a traditional Filipino costume. It's made from pineapple, Mark. Can you believe?
Yeah,
This is made from pineapple.
very impressive.
So it's edible.
Yeah, you could have a go. Do you want to have a shot?
No, I'm all right.
mate?
Thanks.
I've already
It's
got
the
an
breakfast
idea.
show. Come on, man.
Gillies, you hungry?
Fine, thank you.
I've already got an idea for a movie, actually. So you're in Tauranga.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the Mount. I've already got a
The
villain
Mount.
lined up, actually. I'm thinking Grey Power Mountain, and the villain is Winston Peters.
No. The return of Winston
Nice.
to Tauranga, and you play Winston because that's a bit.
We have to run him out of town.
Yes.
Like us, the buff, grey-haired
love it.
oldies run him out of town.
Who plays Simon Bridges? Simon Bridges.
Yeah.
You are Winston returning to Tauranga. The great man comes back. What do you reckon?
I love it. Let's do it.
Okay, we'll get a contract. And Sylvester Stallone comes in as who?
Well, no, he can come. Well, he's grey now too, so he's welcome.
Oh, we dream this.
Yeah, just a small part. in
Peter,
the movie, though.
nice to meet you. Nice to see you. All the very best.
You too.
And may you have a big full life ahead.
Thank you
Appreciate your
so
time.
much.
Okay.